Good evening all. In our yesterday's session, I just explained you how to give the connection from one activity to another activity. Now, today what we'll do, we'll explain you how to take the simple menu. Okay, but here in this application or in this activity, we don't have any menu directory here. Inside this resource, we don't have any menu directory, but we have to create it by ourselves. So, but before that, what I will do, instead of creating a menu directory by ourselves, we can get that we can get that menu directory when we use a basic activity. That's a template. When we select a basic activity as a template, so we'll do one thing. When you create the basic activity, we'll get the multiple Java files and multiple XML files as well. So now we'll be going to create a new project, and they will they will create multiple activities and will keep on give multiple connections. Okay, so now to create a new project, you just click on File, New. We are going to create a new project, and here we'll be going to select a basic activity. There are so many activities. This is what the templates which are available here. So I am going to select this basic activity. Just click on next. Then the application name can be changed. I just give the name. I'm just giving the name as second app. Next, the location, which is the same. I'm going to use the same location, and I'm not going to do any changes here. And the language is, I'm going to use only the Java, and the minimum SDK version which I'm using 21. So from 21 to till 30 API level, this R preview, the version, the latest version, that is the R. Google just released the preview version under Apache server, and it is there. So 21 to till 30 API levels, this application what I'm creating here or developing here, that application will support. Then click on finish. I hope now this is visible to you guys. Yeah, so you have to wait for a minute now because it is still in the synchronizing. See, two processes are running, so we have to wait. That means it is still in the loading state. Yeah, it's done now. See, as usual, we got here the resource directory, Java, and the manifest file. But you can see multiple directories under the resource. The drawable, which is for icons and images, layout, which is for designing, menu, we'll be studying this now, and the MIP map, it's for images. We have the navigation directory also. Next, the values, which is included with colors, dimensions, and strings. Now, here we'll do one thing. We'll start learning from here in the layout. You can see activity underscore main.xml file here. We'll see now how to use this activity underscore main.xml file. So here we'll keep it in the split mode so that we can see the coding as well as the designing here. So here the whole layout which is in the coordinator layout, and we select this, you can see the part which is highlighted so that you can understand which is belongs to this coordinator layout. The next one which has the toolbar. On the top you can see the application name. That's what we are considering is a toolbar. And this layout means activity underscore main.xml file, which is included with another XML file that is content underscore main. So the white colored part, so this is a content underscore main.xml file, and you can see here this part, the button with the color that is floating action button. So FAB, there's a floating action button. This floating action button we can see in most of the applications. It's there in your WhatsApp. Simple SMS application has this. Gmail has this floating action button. Truecaller has this floating action button. So most of the applications we can see this floating action button. Okay, so in all this you can see ID, the height and the width. So these three are the mandatory steps what we have to take in all the views and in the layouts. Okay, the next one, that is content main. As I told there, the content underscore main, that is the designing part, and here whatever we want to design or whatever we want to display for the user, that can be designed here inside the content underscore main.xml file. So this fragment is a small part of an activity, so which we have here. The next one, it's a fragment underscore first.xml file. This XML file has one text view and a button. So the text view with the name hello first fragment, and the button which has the name next. Okay, so here it is the constraint layout, so that you can see here the constraint, the bottom, top, start and end. Okay, the next one, it is another XML file, that is the fragment underscore second.xml file. Even this XML file also has text view and a button. So text, for this text view they have not given any name, so I'm going to give a name for this. That's Android text. Any name can be taken, either you can take a name directly here. They've written here hello first fragment. Here we'll write hello second fragment. Okay, and this button has the name that is previous. This is with the name hello second fragment, which was not there. I just added that name, and the button which has the name previous. Okay, this is about the designing. See, the very first time we choose we choose an empty activity, and there we got only one XML file inside the layout. But this is the basic activity, so here that you can see 4 XML files. So XML files under the layout, which varies from layout to layout. Okay, or you can tell something like the directories are not same for all the templates. It varies from template to template. Okay, the next one, it's a menu directory. So the menu directory has one XML file, that is menu underscore main.xml file. I think somebody asked me this question in the first or second day. So this part, in most of the applications, in the toolbar on the left hand side, you can see the 3 dots. When you click on those 3 dots, you will get some drop down box with some texts. So that's what we're calling as an item or multiple items, but that is not the scrollable one. And when you click on the item, it will connect to the new page, or which will give some action to us. So this is what we are calling the menu. Even this menu directory also has a palette, but which has very less waves here. So we can use only the cast button, menu item, search item, switch item, menu, and the group. So whatever views are there inside the layouts palette here, these views cannot be dragged and dropped in a menu, and whatever we have here inside the menu underscore main.xml file, in the menu directory, these items cannot be dragged and dropped in layouts XML file. So that's not possible here. So now this XML file which has one item, which has only one item, that is settings. Okay, so action underscore settings, the ID they have given as action underscore settings, and the order in category, that is 100. If you want to display the items in the order, you can take the order in category, and no need to take only from 100. You can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also, but it should not be a duplicate number or duplicate value. It should be unique. Next, the name they have not given directly here, so this is not the hard coded one. They added, this is the predefined item, and this item, the title of this item, they added it here inside the strings.xml file. You can see here that is the settings. So the name there, it is showing action underscore settings, but after execution of the code, it will not give us the name with action underscore settings, which will display only settings. Okay, then show as action, it is equal to never. That means they have not written, if you click on the settings, it will not display anything for you, because they have not written any code for this settings item. So if you want to give some action for this settings, then we have to write the code inside the .java file. Now I'll show you. Let me show you how you can add a new item to this XML file item. So two things are mandatory here. So as soon as I create this item, the space which is created here without any name, because I have not given any name for that. So Android title is equal to status. Close this. Android ID is mandatory. I'll just write yes. That's it. Now you can see the status here. We'll write yes in caps lock. You can see that here, right? Now, but here it is just the template. The output is displayed here. This is the blueprint, you can tell, but it won't display the settings and the status directly unless and until if you're not clicking on this three dots. When you click on this three dots, only you will get this drop down box. Okay, the next one, that is the mipmap. We people are aware of this mipmap directory. So this mipmap directory, it is mainly for our applications logo or for image. So mipmap, which will take only the PNG formatted image. The next one, navigation. Here we have a new directory, that is navigation. So here you can see the connection, like how it is connected one activity to the another activity. So the first fragment and the second fragment, the first fragment underscore first.xml and the fragment underscore second.xml, you can see here under the layout. Now when you click on this next button, it will connect to the second fragment, and the second fragment with the name hello second fragment, that is a text view, and along with the button that is previous. So when you click on this previous, which will connect to the first fragment, when you click on the next button, which will connect to the first second fragment. Okay, it will connect to the previous to next, next to previous. That's just the connections they've given here. Next, inside the values, we have the predefined colors, dimension of the floating action button, the predefined text they've written here, not the predefined, it's not the hard coded, they defined it here. And under the themes, we can see all the themes here included with predefined colors. Now, we'll see what we have inside the Java. Java, we have the main activity, first fragment and the second fragment. So three classes we have inside the Java. So here this main activity dot xml Java file, it's a class file. I think till here I have already explained this, how to use this Java and what we have inside this. The next one, so inside the onCreate method, you can see the floating action button and the toolbar. They declared it and they defined it, and even we know how to use this, how to get this on click method. So when you click on the floating action button, you will get a replace with your own action, that is a toast message will get. So here instead of toast, they have taken the class that is the snack bar, and there is no much difference between the snack bar and the toast. So toast, which will give you a very short message which will pop up in a very short time period, and this snack bar, it is also a small message which will pop up in a very short time period. But the thing is, the position or the place where it is displaying, that is, you can see the difference in that. The snack bar, which will always give you the pop-up message at the bottom of the screen, and the toast, which will give you the pop-up message about not exactly the below or not exactly the center, in between center and bottom it will pop up the message. Next, here we have the menu directory, and they have defined the menu code here, that is the method on create options menu, which is inflating or fetching the data from the menu underscore main. So this is there inside the menu is there inside the resource. And here how you can select the particular item from the option menu. For that, there is a code, that is the method. These two are the boolean methods. That's what you can see the written statements in both the cases. Okay. Now this is about the first fragment, which is extended from the another fragment class, and here the methods fragment has its own life cycle. So whatever methods we have in the activity, so cannot be used the same methods here in the fragment. So here you can see the method on create view method and on view created method, but on click method is as usual, it is same. When you click on the button, which will connect to the second fragment, and here when you click on the button, which will connect to the first fragment. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just execute this code and I will show you the output. It's still in the running state, so we have to wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so this is just a template what I used it. So now I will do one thing. I will just wind up this today's session, and next session will be on Wednesday. Okay, if you have any questions, you can put your you can text me now, or you can put your words later too. And before that, I will do one thing. I will just send today's attendance link. You please fill the form along with today's code.